Hey folks, wanted to make a few comments here. Don't forget my blog, check it out sometime. Facts for Working People, we know what's up.blogspot.com is the URL. I was talking to a friend this morning and she was quite depressed. And she was a bit hopeful that at least maybe now the situation is over, there's a ceasefire and so forth. Unfortunately not. I mean, we only have to, firstly, you can't trust the Israelis at all. I saw there was a statement last week or a few days ago where if they didn't hand over the bodies, the resistance in Gaza didn't hand over the bodies on time, then they would just start bombing them again. And of course, we don't even have to look at that. They just listen to what they say. It's very clear what they're going to do, and they haven't veered from it. And the US, of course, is supporting them. And so I said to her, it's unfortunate, but there it is. And if you think about it, what is the odds of trying to find bodies? It's amazing that there are any alive. They wiped out that bloody place. They bombed the hell out of that place. They even killed their own people with the white flag. The hostages that had gotten out and had a white, they shot them. and so anyway, I said to her, look, though, it's not. And why would you not be depressed? How can we not be depressed given the state in this country and actually in the world? And so the whole thing with Israel is the West is defending its colony there. It's the only reliable foothold they have there. A siege mentality, a group of people who are surrounded by the inhabitants or the indigenous people of that community. This doesn't mean that Jews are not also from there. Jews are from there. They have every right to be there. Zionists are different. Colonialists are different. But you have all of that going on and the horror of it all. It's gone on for 2 years, and all the stuff in the rest of the world and what's happening in our own country. I see Trump's just revoked visas of people that have criticized this Charlie Kirk. I mean, it's insane. This guy. I mean, it's unbelievable what's happening. And we got the National Guard in cities and so forth. And then this clown Trump. It's watching him and listening to him. This man child. It's like a child with weapons. It's really embarrassing on the one hand, and I have a hard time even looking at the man. A man that's never worked, never done a day's work in his life, had everything given to him. This is what you get when you give people like that power. And I mean, I see he's also he's just bombed a ship, killed another 7 people in the Caribbean. This is all off the coast of Venezuela, and it's clear that the US is harassing and terrorizing the people of Venezuela. The woman that got they've got the Western world behind them, of course, because they got the big stick. It's no loyalty and love for Trump and the US. He's the guy with the big stick, and they made this woman there the Nobel Peace Prize. I mean, Kissinger got it, for Christ's sake. It's worthless, that thing. I mean, this is a woman that called on Netanyahu to invade her own country. I mean, she's just a stooge for the US. Older people, we've seen it. We've seen it from the Gulf of Tonkin in Vietnam, in Argentina and the overthrow there, from Grenada, from Panama. We've seen all the stooges, Noriega, CIA stooge, Hussein, CIA stooge, Osama bin Laden, CIA stooge. We've seen it all before. And so now they're terrorizing Venezuela, and the whole world is against Israel and the US at this point in time, but can't do anything about it. As I say, they've got the guns, and so it's not unrealistic to be depressed. Partly because you just don't feel you can do anything about it. Never mind about the killings and shootings that go on every day here. But I want to stress, and I do in my blog, I've got a lot of readers abroad and a lot of readers from England. It's embarrassing to me that the president of my country here is who it is. But we're not alone. We're not alone, and Trump is not alone. He's a product of this system, and he's got a lot of support, but he's a product of the system. He's an accident of history in many ways. But what I want to stress is that there is no way we're not going to see a major struggle, a major battles up ahead. We're starting from a low bar. We've never had a Labour Party. We haven't had a serious movement since the Civil Rights Movement. But our history in this country, the history of the working class, despite all the weaknesses and racism and division that was injected into the oppressed people, into the movements of oppressed people in order to divide us, despite that, it's rich in history against oppression, whether it was the building of the trade unions. They had the racial issue. The racism has played a very successful part here in keeping workers apart. Religion in Northern Ireland, it's different there. We're all the same colour primarily. And but it's a rich history, and we should be proud of it. And there is no way the US working class is not going to fight back in a serious way. We're unfortunate, but as I say, we haven't had a Labour Party. The trade union leaders are completely in the pocket ideologically of the employers and the bosses. They can't mobilise people to fight back because it costs them their jobs, and they have no alternative to the market and privatisation and the free enterprise and so forth. They just want it to be less aggressive, and that's not going to happen. And then also the Democratic Party, going back to the status quo is not enough. Partially why we're here is because of the role of the Democratic Party as well. Because of they have nothing to offer. They can't. They're also a big business party. But I want to stress that we will see, hey, I'm getting up there, maybe I'll miss it. I don't think so. I mean, you see the resistance in Chicago, gathering round ICE, won't let them come in a restaurant, won't let them find a place to pee. You see the stuff in Portland, it's comical, but it's real. It's standing up. But we will see some battles up ahead, believe me. And I have every confidence that they're going to get a wake-up call in election time, which is an easy way to participate in politics. You just stick a piece of paper in, 100 million have given up. There's tremendous anger and discontent in this country. When you see the CNN and NBC and American mass media is very powerful, it's really the most powerful in the world. When you see them, that's the face of the American working class, but it's not us. Just like the BBC is not the face of the British working class. The US working class will enter the stage of history here at some point, and you will see a change. You will see things begin to develop here that are very positive. That's my optimistic view. If I didn't think that way, I'd give up. But I'm not giving up, and I think history teaches me that I'm right. I was going to keep this to 4 minutes, but there you go. What can I say?